All right, let's talk some Steelers Falcons. It's funny, everyone in the preseason, everyone thinks they're so smart. We all do this. I do this. Everybody does this. We all think we're so smart. I heard all preseason, this will be the year the Steelers are going to stink. This year, it's going to happen. What did I predict? Falcons 9-8, Steelers 9-8. I picked them both to go 9-8, and I got some flack for that. Because everyone says this year's gonna the Steelers, they haven't fallen apart, but this year they're gonna fall apart. And this year the Falcons are gonna put it all together. They have the weapons. Kirk Cousins is gonna be great. They're gonna run away with it. And I thought, and I still do, I still think the Falcons can win that division because I don't think it's a particularly good division. But that did not look like a team that's gonna run away with this division. That looked like a 9-8 football team, maybe an 8-9 football team. Same old Falcons. Preseason hype, but what do I get? I get the same dudes underperforming. Bijan Robinson disappearing for large chunks of the game. Kyle Pitts, he did score a touchdown, didn't do a whole lot. Drake London, how long are we going to pretend Drake London is a real number one receiver? He's not. And Darnell Mooney's not a number two. They don't have a 1 or a 2. They have a 2 and a 3. This might be the worst group of weapons as far as receivers go that Kirk Cousins has ever had. Of course he's going to struggle. We saw Kirk Cousins put up big numbers in Minnesota with Justin Jefferson. I don't think Drake London's putting up those Justin Jefferson-like numbers. Let me tell you, I don't think Darnell Mooney is putting up Justin Jefferson-like numbers. So get ready for a lot of Michael Penix discussion. Because even when the Falcons win, I don't think they're going to win pretty, and I don't think Kirk's going to put up the stats. They looked rusty, and the Falcons looked bad, and the Steelers, again, it's like every year, for the past 5 seasons, ever since Big Ben got hurt in 2019, I've been hearing, this year they're going to collapse, this year they're going to collapse. Oh, Tomlin can't keep this up forever. Why not? Why can't he? The Steelers last year made the playoffs. They went 10-7, made the playoffs with a combination of Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph, and Mitchell Trubisky. Those were their 3 quarterbacks. They upgraded because Justin Fields is better than all 3 of them, and so is Russell Wilson. So whether or not, if between Fields and Wilson, I'll take Justin Fields over Kenny Pickett. I'll take Justin Fields over Mason Rudolph. I'll take Russell Wilson over both of them as well. And of course, they're both better than Mitch Trubisky. So the Steelers upgraded at quarterback, and who else did they lose? They didn't lose anything. They kept the same defense. They kept the defense together. They still have TJ Watt. They still have a bad offensive line, but they've been winning with a bad offensive line for a decade. When I say winning, I don't mean that they're going to win in the playoffs. I don't think they're a playoff. I don't view them as a Super Bowl threat. But there was no evidence to suggest that this year they were going to fall apart because they kept the same thing. It's the same Steelers we've always seen. They're tough, they're gritty, they're going to battle, they're going to fight, and they're going to be in almost every game they play, and they're going to win some of these low-scoring games that it feels like they shouldn't win. No touchdowns, but 6 field goals. Justin Fields, did he play well? No. Did he play better than Kenny Pickett would have? I think he did. Do I want to see this thing with Russell Wilson? Absolutely I do. Because I think Justin Fields is about the 25th or 30th best quarterback in the NFL. I think that he would start for a few teams, not many. I think Russ is closer to about the 20th, maybe the 18th best quarterback in the NFL. So I want to see this thing with Russ, who I do think still has a little bit of juice left in his career. Remember, with a good defense, Russell Wilson was unstoppable in Seattle. And of course, this is not the same Russell Wilson. But I think the Steelers can be good. Right now, I have them at 9-8. Not a playoff team, but they're a game out. And if things go sour for the Chargers, or if things go sour for the Bengals or the Ravens, they could be. Same old Steelers, same old Falcons, and it's the same old media. And I fall for this as well sometimes. I didn't with these 2 teams. I do with other teams. I mean, last year I was so off on the Jaguars. It was embarrassing. But it's the same old media trying to get ahead of the curve. Sometimes it's smart to try to get ahead of the curve. Oftentimes It's smart to stick to what we know.